lot of people will come outside, talk so many things, behaving as if now they be the judge of your life, like saying that they get a particular say on how your destiny go work.
Can I tell you something? It is normal. People will surely tell you, oh, that's the way you do, stop to the do one. It is normal. And even you too, one time in your life, you don't tell another person, say, this thing where you do, you have to stop it. But what it matter now, if you go take those words into yourself and tell yourself, say, I cannot do it. Now, when those words come, yes, fine, let them come, but just tell yourself, say, now them, they talk their own. If I really get passion for her, then let me pursue whatever I desire.
And the consequences that
because
come,
it is normal. People always want to bring you down.
Go fall on top.
Like I remember when I actually won't come here, people were like, why would you do pidgin? Pidgin will actually bring down your career. Pidgin not going to even make people know you. Pidgin not going to even make you they get money at all. But did I listen to that? No, it's still all up to you. If you want to listen to all those negative words, fine.
Yeah, I always tell people that everybody has an opinion.
Yes.
And that is why they call it personal opinion. Now, what do you think? You cannot think for other people. The abilities where they inside you. I don't know it. So how can I judge you? Do I know your blood constitutes, the way your blood take constitute? Do I know how your internal system they work? The most important be say, focus on what you want to achieve
what you
with your
have passion
life.
for.
It doesn't matter how many people have laughed at me. I remember the year I wanted to dance outside my shoe. They say, you're too fat, you're too this, you will not look nice, you will not look this. I did it and I was happy. It doesn't really matter what people say. You just stay focused on what you want to do.
Like I talk, all of us too don't talk the same thing to someone.
Of course, to somebody.
So it is normal for people to say, don't do this.
I don't think you can wear this jacket.
And I don't think this hair is what you should be carrying.
Why didn't you have a top knot?
Yes. Like they always vex say, I too they praise people per se.
Who they always vex?
No, we don't vex. We just find it amusing.
Amusing, right?
Yeah.
And intriguing.
And intriguing.
All right, make we give you a recap of what did happen. This one has something where they on all our plates. Everybody they worry about this one where the military don't declare IPOB as terrorist organization. We don't hear gbege between military and IPOB members for inside Abia State, and a lot of people don't wound on top this matter. We don't even hear say some people don't quite safe, especially IPOB members, even though we never confirm them. We just hear choo on top that one. And you know, say Nnamdi Kanu will be their leader in the campaign for independent country of Biafra. We go make go strictly be for ethnic Igbos. Although he talk say their campaign non-violent campaign, no. But now, they accuse the military, say they don't begin, they attack them. People will no carry gun, will no carry anything to hurt them. He said they have started to do it they have started to attack them. And they don't list 5 reasons why the military don't start to label IPOB as terrorist group. Say them don't form this one. They said they started to block unauthorized access to roads, extortion of money from innocent civilians at illegal roadblocks, and military possession and use of weapons, stones, Molotov cocktails, machetes, broken bottles, and others on a military patrol. They said IPOB don't begin do all these things. And they can't put the date where they even talk, say they do 10th of September 2017. And they don't list many reasons why they conclude to say they be terrorist group. They say they want to form a Biafra secret service. They claim formation of Biafra National Guard, unauthorized blocking of public access to roads, extortion of money, protection of military things to hurt people like stone and all those things when I don't talk before, physical confrontation of troops by Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB members. They talk say for checkpoints, you know, all these things where they talk say IPOB people they do. Now they make the military, they give them that kind of force, say them be military, they be terrorists. What do you think this one will escalate into? Because over the weekend, a lot of people are so scared. In the East, everybody is talking all sorts of things. That some are accusing IPOB of entering people's houses to buy people. Some are accusing the military of maltreating IPOB members. How are we to get the right media when it concerns all these kind of stories?
For me, if a particular group, they cause harm, they inflict pain on Nigerians, then fine, they should be declared terrorists. But if a particular group too, they actually bring out statements where if we actually tamper on our unity, yes, fine, they should be declared terrorists. In every other country, they can be declared terrorists. But when you see another group causing badness, like the herdsmen, killing people, not just in the north, but entering every other state, they actually commit havoc and they displace people from their communities, and yet they are still doing it, and they never call them terrorists. Then I get question on top of that one.
Exactly. Me too. I have a lot of questions on that one, because the headsmen, they are still causing a lot of chaos in the country, and yet we don't see anything. But me, the thing where they fear me be say, now that violence is escalating in the east, you know, say men did them day Naija Delta. That one another keg of gunpowder, where we they sit or where we never even see the end. Even though amnesty don't help small to bring down the wahala where they that area, but it never settled. Now we don't have IPOB and all this matter to it. Do you think our military has the strength to take care of all the violence in the country?
If you look himself, I mean, because from the way the matter they go now, they won't even come out create law set aside to cater, or rather to do put you come on top this IPOB people. Well, like we talk, the headsmen, no, they never even set and down.
Yeah, because it's still debatable.
So that's something they see they cook. They never even cook and complete and finish. But see the way, the sweetness, whether they use. Counter these people where they come outside, where they, in court, where they do alleged badness. We get these herdsmen that have been doing havoc over time.
Terrible ones.
Back to back. So take the governor come outside talk say anybody where they see with any weapon, may them treat them as terrorists. So they put the come outside say they are going to defend themselves, because it be like say the government is not doing anything about that situation. Yet we not hear say any law that they prepare to cook any law to cater for those people. But now we're looking at the eastern part of Nigeria, knowing the way people they ginger, they provoke. I know say last week we could see a video of the military people, how they make sure say some people where they call alleged IPOB people, where they be like they won't cause menace for inside about how they stop them, do all kinds of things to them. Yes, we see all these ones when they happen, but the message really they send to Nigerians are conflicting when they look at different sectors.
Well, I like the fact that the military don't come outside say they go probe that video and find out if it's very authentic or not.
They need to probe the video. And a lot of people need to be aware that we have a lot of violence in different pockets of the country. So everybody needs to be a little more careful than before. Because Abia now, they had a curfew last week, just had curfew. So many badness they happen. And you know that October 1 is looming on us. The hate speech where they put for down. And I've heard a lot of choo that even the northerners are beginning to gear up themselves for that. If any yaga happen, they are ready to fire for fire.
But that will not
It's just
happen.
Alleged.
I think one of the questions
but we need to take, one thing is that we might say it's alleged, but we need to put our focus there too. So in case anything happens, we'll be able to arrest him before anything happens. Now, so we they do inside the country. Until violence break out, we go treat them like say, hey, they don't fit do anything. They don't fit do anything.
Yeah, but now one of the things where a lot of Nigerians they come outside ask, and even a lot of stakeholders for inside within Nigeria they come outside ask, is this declaration by the army, is it illegal or legal? But sorry, along the line we go actually find that and give you more gist concerning the army declaring IPOB members as terrorists. All right, still moving on from things we actually shared over the weekend. Army don't launch Operation Crocodile in South and also for Southwest. Now, as Operation Python dance for inside Southeast region continue to generate controversy, the Nigerian Army don't come outside on Saturday talk say they go actually launch an operation where they call the Crocodile Smile 2, and this one will cover the South region and some parts of the Southwest. Yeah, I like the name so that they give all this their Operation Crocodile Smile 2. Now, just for you to understand who come outside talk this one, the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Sani Usman actually come outside talk this one for inside interview. Now, according by him, in come outside talk say, look, this is the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Nigerian military belong to Nigeria, and they get duty to exercise as part of the country. He say it is so sad. Say some people go try to politicize issues where they actually affect us for inside the country. Make them actually exercise patience and see how this exercise where we don't put on ground go actually go. He said we get Operation Abi Kunama 2 covering the Northwest and parts of the North Central this year. As soon as we don't finish with the Egu Eke 2 Python dance, we they also go on top the Crocodile 2 where we don't put on ground, where we go cover the South and some parts of the Southwest of the country. He said Operation Python dance 2 actually come out based on the encouraging feedback where they receive as per the Operation Python Dance 2 and 1 where they do last year. He said this is especially because of the crime where they actually shared during the Ember month for inside this region. That's now why they get this one where they call the Operation Python Dance 2, right? And the Crocodile for inside and south.
Yeah, well, military, they always have their own terms. They like animals, they like using stuff like that too. But the import of this one is that they are prepared for the Ember month. They are training so that our people will be aware and they will be calmer. Because I know, say, there's this general fear about the Ember months. No matter what you do, people fear accidents, people fear kidnapping, armed robberies,
communal clashes.
You know, a lot of people go home for the holiday. And now that we have even had some badness in the East, a lot of people will be scared. Where they will enter into a church and just spy people anyhow. So December, everybody go down the fear, say, going home. But this one, where the military, they come out to talk, they make people make them calm down.
But you know, this also brings to question the roadblocks that they do across the roads. If you drive from Lagos or from the west to the east, before there be police or security forces, even military forces, be on top of those roads, the roadblocks to prevent any badness that won't happen. But at some point, the government be announced and say make all of them clear from the road. And now, even as they clear, more kidnapping on the rise.
But I thought they said they should bring some of the roadblocks back.
Because I just saw you recently, and you know, say if you want to go eat your pass,
yes, they are bringing some back.
A lot of the army blocks don't actually come back
because I know I went to...
They're not going to even stop you, but they will just check your car, check your boot and everything.
At least I know I went to maybe Abeokuta or Ibadan at night, one of these, sometime this year. And we experienced a couple of roadblocks.
Fantastic. Not police,
I think army.
Army
yes, so that people can calm down for the Ember months. At least I'm happy about it.
It will make them relax.
Well, you know that crocodile smile too. They grab, nothing they happen.
All right, while crocodile smile too, they're on ground, we're going to need to understand, see, our president, as we speak, so he supposed they inside New York. Why? Based on the 72nd section of the United Union General Assembly meeting. Now, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that now Geoffrey Onyema, don't come outside, declare this one for inside news conference at the UN headquarters for inside New York. He don't come out, they tell everybody. So all of them, they carry church gist about our president. Say whether in well body they kajad or in well body no they kajad. So right now he is firing up and saying go meet with the U.S. President Donald Trump. In come outside the this one even as our president come out Abuja on Sunday for New York to participate for inside the high-level event. Now in come outside talks that the event go share from September 19th, will be tomorrow, to September 25, and say make nobody worry about Muhammadu Buhari's state of health. He says, so they talk now, say he's excellent. He said, in fact, we do fake meeting last week, and fake now the Federal Executive Council meeting, and they say even for the meeting, be there from beginning to the end. He said the meeting lasted very long beyond the usual time where he's supposed to. He still come outside, say, Oga Buhari don't go. Say, una know the way some people they like to do church for inside this our community. Some people where they call themselves cyber fake faces, where all of them they claim say they've been journalists. They carry all kinds of fake news, and it be like saying that fake news now in the rain. He say make una no put in a ear for that one. He said the Nigerian leader go hold lunch meeting with Donald Trump along with other world leaders. In common side talk say for the meeting, say they go discuss global issue, trade issues with Africa, conflict in Africa. Global conflict will still be part of the things where they go talk about. And they say by tomorrow, they go do one general debate during which they say our own president will deliver the Nigerians' national statement on top the debate for tomorrow, will be Tuesday, September 19th of 2017.
At least, I'm even very happy that he's in a good state of health to be able to go for this UN 72nd UN annual meeting. There are so many things that we need to put on the plate. Even nationally, every country is suffering one thing or the other. I know this particular assembly will be a very heated one because almost every country will bring their own palaver, come the state and find a way to solve it.
And you even help us talk about the repatriation of
the money, that money thing is really big for us because we needed the money. Make them bring out the money where they don't go start.
We need the money to be reluted or not to be reluted.
Wait now, don't worry. This present administration, they fight
corruption. At least this present administration, they've been living up to their fight against anti-graft, this anti-graft law where they do. At least we are, for the first time, we are, even if we never see a lot of convictions, we are sure hearing that some bad people, they are naming them.
And that's why people they fear. That's not why you see say jab.
No, I'm going to hold you because when you say naming now, we don't get the whistleblowing policy, but it's even on top of the whistleblowing policy. We never hear any name.
You can't name them. You just can't name them. But you don't see the Dasukis, you don't see the Deziani. You can't name all of that. Wait, now you just start to fight corruption. Don't worry. Along the line. Don't worry now.
If you say we name everybody, trust me.
We're not going to see the money again.
We are going to see skeletons in the assembly.
No, you know what? On the lighter note, I'm going to need to take the story. I really want to take it because that's something where I
was waiting that story to take it by myself.
No, really, because this one is something where it wasn't even rocket science.
Very easy to find.
Uganda minister, that now Misera Opendi, don't come outside, nab staff of one of the general hospital for something where they do, where she be here, but she used her 2 eye, catch them, hold them for hand. Now they say the minister, they say after she visit one public hospital, say she catch health workers, they demand for money with the back of their hand. That one they say a back door. Yeah. They say this one Shelley on Saturday after she received many talk. Say a lot of things Magomago they did for inside this public health sector. Say some services were supposed they're free of charge, they charge money. She say she can't go to the hospital, cover herself for veil, cover herself from head to toe. Only her eye, she be like ninja. Now she can't visit one part of the hospital for inside Kampala. Can't they ask for one of the services for the way include laboratory services? The company and say that laboratory service or the money now about 5,000 Ugandan currency for the service we're supposed they free of charge. She said she even begged them, say I beg, make una give me this thing now. She be supposed to be free. She said the 2 staff were there for there, they don't even agree, make she do them. Say immediately, now she carried them, reported them immediately. They say even the deputy hospital director, Dr. Stephen, come outside, clap hand for him. Say she do better thing for exposing the corrupt practices where they for inside that public hospital. Imagine.
I'm just having goosebumps all over me.
Even me. That was a great thing to do.
Science.
And it's happening everywhere. Our own general hospital. I remember one time that my mama nowhere. I go carry and come up for there. Because the queue, if you bribe them, you go get quick service. Yeah. They go make sure say your file go up so that doctor go quick see you. You know, there's so many corruption. It's not only in Nigeria. This is happening in Uganda. At least maybe Nigeria go drink water, keep cup now. When you know, say, not be only us, corruption, they worry. They worry every part of Africa, even the world as a whole.
Like Uchito, this is not
even our own health minister, maybe he go take a cue from this. These guys.
This is not rocket science. Like what Uchi they talk. This is something where even our minister actually appoints spies in all the general hospital. Because now we hear say vaccine was supposed to be free for children. They are selling it in some general hospitals.
IDP foods are missing. They are borrowing like journey them. They are finding their way to supermarkets for inside cities. And it's written there not for sale.
Even the IDPs now that they do, we not go green.
Because all their food
materials.
And the IDPs are increasing with all these flooding and natural disasters. Some it's not war that send them away from their home now. It is natural disaster.
No, it can't be like say we know what we're supposed to do, but we choose not to do it.
Do you think they don't know who the perpetrators of these crimes are?
So I would say that some people are benefiting so much.
The problem I get they say everybody hand dirty. So when your hand dirty, how do you tell you to wipe your own? When they drip from my own. I got to say we come on this powder stain where they the center of your hand. How?
All right, that's not the recap of things we actually shared over the weekend. Now we're going to need to buy a small break. Don't forget, so when we come back after the break, time for us to check our inside the papers. Our headline for the paper, they talk a lot. Will they come back?
All right, you're still there on top of the Good Morning Naija show this morning. And time don't reach, make we follow our guests. We're inside the studio, make we follow and discuss. We have inside the studio now Bonga person wey sabi strategic leadership well, and him na foresight expert. Sometimes you go call somebody like this futurists. That means say people where they sit down, map things, search things, tell user and they think, say what go happen in the near future. Now some of the things that where this our Bonga Oga they do. Please help us welcome into the studio Dr. Chris David. You're welcome, sir.
You're welcome. Morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so now very quickly, we could just enter into the situation at hand. Now, we read inside the papers the situation of Biafra and the state of IPOB and even the leader, how they know, but nobody know the whereabouts. How you feel, say, we feel to handle the situation? Could we have handled it differently?
Yes, of course. One thing that we must all recognize is that humans, as humans, what makes us different from other animals is that we have this free will, to exercise our free will. Animals act on instinct. That is, they are programmed in certain ways to respond to nature. But that is different with humans. Humans, we have this right of choice to exercise our right. Now, in exercising this right, most times, or in some cases, it may not be reasonable to everybody, but you cannot take that from any human. They must exercise their right. So the right to protect, the right for agitation is God-given, is innate in man. Now, you ask question, will this have been treated a different way? The answer is yes. Look at Britain. A few years ago, they had the same issue when some guys from Scotland said they needed their own independent country. The same thing is also going on in Spain. The Catalonians said they needed the same thing. Now, what is the difference between what happened in those two examples I've just cited and in our own country, Nigeria? The difference is that in those two other regions, no lives has been lost. But in Nigeria, we have lost so many lives. So what is the difference? The difference is our value system. Our value system in Nigeria, we don't place premium on human lives.
But you know, by the time we're talking about values and how we handle this particular matter, I'm wondering that this is an individual against a government. And when you say the state of Biafra, a lot of people even in the East are not unified. It's not the same thing they want. So how would you say that Nnamdi Kanu is speaking for the Igbos? Because according to the history, Biafra is supposed to like separate Igbos from Nigeria. So how do we want to bring about this differentiation? Is this somebody's just desire, or is it a collective desire?
Yes, all over the world, you always have an individual who will lead a movement. But just like you said, so many people are not in support. So how do you verify that so many people are not in support? Because that is just speculation. Now, this Nnamdi Kanu of a person, though he has made so many statements, but there is one germane statement he has made, that he needs, that let the government of Nigeria organize a referendum. And that is the only thing that stopped what was going on in Scotland.
Scotland, yes.
Because when you organize this referendum, you will bring to, is either you achieve Biafra or you kill that movement. Yeah. But the government of the day has not been able to organize that Biafra. We said leadership is communication. There is a communication gap. Somebody is saying that we need a particular state because of certain things. Now, the truth is that the problem of Nigeria, people have said it is corruption. But as a futurist, I will tell you that the problem of Nigeria is not corruption. The problem of Nigeria is inequality. If we can solve inequality problem in Nigeria, then you will solve corruption. Corruption is just a symptom of a failed system that is producing leaders who are now greedy.
You know, when you say inequality, I'm wondering that how do we bring inequality? Yeah. How do we make equality? Because if we're going to look at it state-wise, every state, every section or region, let's not even make it state. Every region is different and produced differently. What happens to the regions that don't have so much resources? Because if we're talking about equality, would the Niger Delta, the agitation of the Niger Deltans is valid? They want more for what they bring in. So how do we say the southern states, what's their contribution? The northern states, how do we balance it?
Okay, now let me say this for people to, as a point that everybody should take home. No state, in fact, no city, in fact, no community in this country is, let's say they don't have resources. What you need is what is called leadership foresight. If you look at countries, the Singapore that we talk about, even the Dubai, what resources do they have?
Water.
What they call is, what they have is leadership foresight. So every state, every city in this country is viable if you can get what? Leadership foresight. So let's not, the argument that some states don't have anything is an argument out of place.
When we say leadership foresight, yes, and we're still fishing from the same river, because if you're looking at this particular political dispensation,
yes,
nothing new is happening.
Yes.
For 2019 now, we're already seeing those that are sticking their head out. It's still from the old cloth. So how do we bring these visionary leaders that you speak about? Because the new rule of not too young to rule is there. But we all know the lacuna that is there.
Now, what I will say is that there is going to be what we call a destructive change in 2019. So you look out for what we call the emerging leaders. These are young guys, young professionals who have decided that we want to solve the challenges of Nigeria. Because what we've seen here is, in this part of the world, is that we just have a little group of elites who have decided to not to only recycle themselves, but to recycle their own ideas, which is not working in Nigeria. So I'm not here to talk about politics. I want to focus on leadership. So the thing we have done here, or from this agitation, is that you see that government, people in authority who are supposed to be thinking for people, only think in one way or in a linear fashion, not looking at the consequence that will arise from a specific action. And that's why you see immediately the army now tag that group a terrorist group because they know the consequences. The Amnesty International are going to come after them because they use arms against innocent people. Civilians. So that's why they came with the tag terrorist group.
Okay, but I would like to ask now, because you will be a young person, you get any group of people where they try mentor, they try teach you, they try instill some of those principles where they talk about, because if we don't get those kind of young people who will pick like 5, 6, 7, or even 10, then the future of our tomorrow will be in which hands? Yeah,
there are several groups. There are several groups that are coming up. Several groups, you listen to them talking. When you watch the social media, you know that, yes, there are people with bright ideas who are coming up with this, how this country should be governed, how this country should be designed. All the agitation about restructuring, marginalization, and all that will also come to fail if we don't have the right people in public offices. So there are several groups that are coming. There is the Emerging Leaders Forum, which is also coming. It's just a forum of professionals, young Nigerians who have decided to come together to think about the future, because this is the only country we have. And we cannot run away from this country because not so many people have the resources to relocate to other countries.
Honestly, I wish we had enough time with Mr. Chris David today, but we have to bring you back. Again. I know today we had a constraint of the traffic of Lagos, but we'll have to wrap up the show now. Thank you very much for coming, sir. We hope we can still be able to grab you in not too distant. Yes, because we need more time to dig into these matters. All right, so thank you. Everybody, we don't listen to us on top of the show today. We don't watch. Don't worry if you miss it. Just go on YouTube. You can see the clips of the day's show there waiting for you to observe. But from us, we could just say, get better day for work.
And let's keep the conversation rolling on top Instagram and even on top Twitter at Wazobia Max. This, now your Naija Afcast, the chain of Bong.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.